This check represents every form of abundance you've been denied, every opportunity that passed you by, every door that slammed in your face, every dream that seemed to die. The universe has been keeping tabs, and now it's time for the settlement. It's time for the return. It's time for everything you've invested in yourself, all the pain you've transmuted, all the lessons you've learned, to come back to you multiplied. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. You've heard this before. You've watched videos like this, read books about manifestation, tried vision boards and affirmations, and maybe you're sitting there thinking, when is this actually going to happen? And I get it. I really do. The waiting period is the hardest part of the journey. It's where most people give up. They're 3 feet from gold, as they say, and they turn back because they can't see the breakthrough yet. But you need to understand something crucial. The universe operates on perfect timing, not your timing, and there's a reason for that. Every single delay you've experienced has been preparation. Every closed door was protecting you from something that wasn't aligned with your highest good. Every financial struggle taught you the value of money and made you someone who will actually be able to handle the abundance coming your way. Think about lottery winners who lose everything within a few years. They got the money, but they didn't have the consciousness to maintain it. You've been in training. You've been developing the mindset, the resilience, the wisdom that will allow you to not just receive this abundance, but to multiply it and sustain it. The universe has been watching you. It's seen you give when you had nothing. It's seen you stay kind when others were cruel. It's seen you maintain your integrity when taking the easy, dishonest route would have solved your problems faster. It's seen you help others even when you needed help yourself. It's seen you keep faith when every logical reason told you to give up. Do you think all of that went unnoticed? Do you think the universe doesn't keep score? Everything is being accounted for, and the return is going to shock you. Here's what I need you to understand about the check that's coming your way. It's not going to arrive in the way you expect. You might be looking for it to come through your job, but it could come through an unexpected opportunity. You might be looking for it to come from one source, but the universe is lining up multiple sources. You might be expecting a certain amount, but the universe doesn't think small. Your human mind can only imagine based on what it's already experienced, but the universe isn't limited by your past experiences. It's about to show you possibilities you never even considered. But here's where most people block their blessings. They're looking so hard for the big check that they ignore the small signs. The universe sends you tests first. It sends you $1 to see if you'll be grateful. It sends you a small opportunity to see if you'll take action. It sends you a chance to help someone else to see if your heart is still open. These aren't obstacles. These are confirmations that you're ready. When you treat the small blessings with the same gratitude and excitement you treat the big ones, you tell the universe you're ready for more. You prove that you won't take the abundance for granted. I want to talk about something that might be uncomfortable for some of you, but it needs to be said. Your current circumstances are not your reality. They're just your current experience. There's a massive difference. Your reality is what's happening in the quantum field, in the realm of infinite possibilities, in the space where your future is already created and waiting for you to catch up to it. Your bank account right now doesn't reflect what's coming. Your current job doesn't reflect the opportunities that are about to present themselves. The people who doubt you right now don't have access to the vision the universe has given you. You are living in the gap right now. That space between where you are and where you're going. And I won't lie to you, the gap is the hardest place to be. It's where your faith gets tested daily. It's where you have to keep affirming things you can't see yet. It's where you have to act as if it's already done, while reality is showing you the opposite. But this is also where the magic happens. This is where you become the person who can receive and maintain the blessing. This is where your character gets forged. This is where you separate yourself from those who just wish for things and become someone who actually creates things. The chosen ones always go through the wilderness period. Moses did it. Jesus did it. Buddha did it. Every single person who was meant to do something significant, to receive something significant, to become something significant, had to go through the period where nothing made sense, where they were alone, where they had to trust something they couldn't see and believe in something everyone else called crazy. You're in good company. Your struggle isn't a sign that you're off path. It's confirmation that you're exactly where you need to be. Now let's talk about what you need to do to ensure this check finds its way to you without resistance. First, you need to clean up your vibration. And I don't mean that in some abstract, overly spiritual way. I mean you need to look at what you're consuming daily. What are you watching? What music are you listening to? What conversations are you having? Who are you spending time with? All of this is energy, and all of it affects your frequency. You can't be watching doom and gloom content all day and expect to vibrate at the frequency of abundance. You can't be around people who constantly complain and expect to maintain a mindset of possibility. You can't be speaking lack over your life and expect the universe to deliver abundance. Your words are powerful, more powerful than you realize. Every time you say, "I can't afford this," or "I'm so broke," or "money never comes to me," you're placing an order with the universe. You're literally telling it what to send you more of. I'm not saying to ignore your current financial situation, but I am saying to stop identifying with it. There's a difference between saying "I'm broke" and saying "I'm in between financial seasons." One makes it your identity. The other makes it a temporary state. Start speaking life over your finances. Start saying, "Money flows to me easily." Start saying, "I am a magnet for abundance." Start saying, "The universe is always taking care of me." Even if you don't believe it yet, your subconscious mind is listening, and it's going to start working to make those words true. Second, you need to take inspired action. The universe meets you halfway, but you have to take the first step. You can't just sit on your couch watching manifestation videos and expect a check to fall from the sky. Although, honestly, stranger things have happened. But most likely, this abundance is going to require you to move. It's going to require you to say yes to opportunities that scare you. It's going to require you to invest in yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. It's going to require you to step out of your comfort zone and do things you've never done before. Because if you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. The universe is bringing you the check, but you need to be willing to go outside and check the mailbox. Third, practice gratitude like your life depends on it. Because honestly, it does. Gratitude is the fastest way to shift your frequency. When you're grateful for what you have, even if it's just a roof over your head and food to eat, you signal to the universe that you're ready for more. Lack consciousness pushes abundance away. Gratitude consciousness attracts it. Start a daily practice of listing things you're grateful for. And here's the key. Feel the gratitude. Don't just list things robotically. Actually sit with the feeling of appreciation. Feel it in your chest. Let it warm your entire body. That feeling is magnetic. That feeling is what pulls your desires toward you at lightning speed. Fourth, give when you can. I know this seems counterintuitive when you're waiting for your own check, but this is how the universe works. It's a flow, not a storage unit. When you give, even when you don't have much, you tell the universe you trust it. You tell it that you believe in abundance. You tell it that you know more is coming. It doesn't have to be money. It can be your time, your skills, your attention, your love. But when you give from a place of genuine care without expecting anything in return, you create a vacuum that the universe rushes to fill. You can't outgive the universe, it's impossible. Try it and watch what happens. Now I want to address something important. Some of you are going to receive this check and not recognize it. It might come disguised as an opportunity that requires work. It might come as an idea that requires you to build something. It might come as a connection that requires you to network and step out of your shell. Don't expect it to always be easy money. Sometimes the universe gives you the tools and resources and connections and expects you to build your own check. And honestly, those are the best kind because they're sustainable. They're not one-time windfalls. They're streams of abundance that keep flowing. The universe is with you. Let me say that again because you need to hear it. The universe is with you, not against you, not neutral toward you, with you. It's conspiring in your favor right now. It's moving pieces on the chessboard you can't even see. It's having conversations on your behalf in rooms you're not in yet. It's preparing people to say yes to you. It's removing obstacles you don't even know are in your way. It's orchestrating events that are going to blow your mind when you look back and see how perfectly everything aligned. But you have to trust it. You have to surrender the how and the when and just focus on staying aligned. Focus on being the best version of yourself. Focus on doing the inner work. Focus on healing your relationship with money. Focus on expanding your capacity to receive. Because here's the thing. You can pray for $1 million, but if you have $100 consciousness, you'll sabotage it when it comes. You'll lose it, give it away, or somehow end up back where you started. The universe needs to know you can handle what you're asking for. Every test you're going through right now is making you ready. Every challenge is building your capacity. Every disappointment is teaching you detachment. Every delay is teaching you patience. Every closed door is teaching you to trust. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. And when that check arrives, you're going to be so grateful for everything you went through because you'll finally understand why it had to happen the way it did. I want you to do something right now. Close your eyes for just a moment if you can and visualize yourself receiving this abundance. Don't just see it in your mind. Feel it. Feel the relief. Feel the excitement. Feel the gratitude. Feel the peace that comes with knowing you're finally financially free. Feel the joy of being able to help your family. Feel the satisfaction of being able to invest in your dreams. Let that feeling wash over you completely. Hold it for as long as you can. This is your future reaching back to touch you right now. This is the universe giving you a preview. This is real, and it's coming. You are chosen. Not because you're perfect, but because you're persistent. Not because you have it all figured out, but because you keep showing up even when you don't. Not because your life has been easy, but because you've turned your pain into purpose. The universe doesn't choose people who have never fallen. It chooses people who keep getting back up. And you, my friend, are a warrior. You've been in the trenches, and you've survived. Now it's time for you to thrive. That big check is on its way. It might arrive tomorrow. It might arrive next week. It might arrive next month. But it's coming. And when it does, remember this moment. Remember this message. Remember that you were told it was coming before you saw any evidence of it. Remember that you were encouraged to keep going when everything told you to quit. Remember that someone believed in your breakthrough before it happened. And when you're living in your abundance, when you're enjoying your overflow, reach back and help someone else who's in the gap right now. Tell them what I'm telling you. The universe is with you. Your check is coming. Keep going. If this message resonated with you, if you felt something shift inside of you while watching this, do me a favor. Leave a comment below and just say, I receive this. Put it out into the universe. Make that declaration. And make sure you subscribe to this channel because we're building a community of chosen ones here. People who refuse to give up on their dreams. People who know they're destined for more. I'll see you in the next video, but until then, keep your head up, keep your faith strong, and keep your hands open to receive everything the universe is sending your way. You've got this. I believe in you. Now go out there and claim what's yours, respected and welcomed, not where it's pitied or cursed. Here's a simple way to understand it. Imagine you're at a party. You walk into a room where people are gossiping about you, rolling their eyes, whispering that you're not good enough, that you're a problem. Would you feel like staying there? Of course not. You'd leave and head straight for the room where people are laughing, smiling, happy to see you. That's exactly how money behaves. It doesn't stick around where it's mistreated. It goes where it feels appreciated. And here's the beautiful thing, you can change this relationship starting today. You don't need to be a millionaire to start speaking to your money with love. You just need awareness. Awareness that your words are creative forces, shaping the experiences that follow. You see, money doesn't have emotions, but it reflects yours. It mirrors your energy back to you. If you treat it like a friend, it behaves like one. If you treat it like an enemy, it behaves like that too. And just like a friend, it loves to be praised, respected, and spoken to kindly. Now let's get practical, because I'm not here to just sprinkle fairy dust. I want you to actually feel this truth working in your life. So let's break it down into something you can do every single day. Step 1. change your language. The moment you catch yourself saying, "I can't afford that," stop, breathe, and rephrase it. Say instead, "I'm choosing to use my money differently right now," or "Money flows to me easily, and I'm open to receive it." The first version closes the door. The second version opens it. Step 2. Talk to your money literally. When you get paid, instead of sighing and saying, this won't last," say, "Thank you, money. I'm so grateful you came into my life." When you pay your bills, don't groan about what's leaving. Say, "I'm so happy to pay for these things that make my life easier and more comfortable." Gratitude creates a magnetic field around your finances that pulls more blessings toward you. Step 3. Stop arguing for your limitations. Many people defend their lack more passionately than they pursue abundance. They say things like, "You don't understand, I come from poverty," or "It's just hard out here." And while that may be true, repeating it doesn't free you, it reinforces your chains. The moment you decide to change your story, your circumstances begin to shift. Not overnight, but steadily and surely. Step 4. Visualize your money as a joyful companion. Imagine it smiling, eager to serve you, excited to multiply. Don't picture it as something you're chasing, but as something that's already on its way to you, running to find you, because you're finally speaking its language. Here's a funny little secret I learned: money loves to be admired. The same way a flower blooms when you appreciate its beauty, money multiplies when you appreciate its presence. Look at your wallet and say, "You're growing." When you open your banking app, instead of panicking, smile and whisper, "You're expanding." You're not delusional, you're directing energy. Science backs this up too. Studies on neurolinguistics show that the brain responds to your self-talk as if it's literal truth. When you say, "I'm abundant," your brain starts finding evidence to support that statement. It changes your posture, your tone, your decision-making, and those micro shifts, they create big outcomes over time. Let's make it fun. Every morning, I want you to greet your money. Yes, like a friend. Say something like, "Good morning, money. Thank you for being in my life. You flow to me freely, you stay with me joyfully, and you grow through me beautifully." Say it with a smile. Feel it. You'll notice that by simply changing your emotional tone, you start your day with more optimism and confidence, and opportunities begin to align with that energy. Now, I can almost hear someone saying, "This all sounds nice, but what about reality? I've got rent, bills, debts. Talking to my money isn't going to make my landlord smile." And that's fair. But here's the twist. Your landlord, your bank, your boss, they are all part of that same energy system. When you shift your vibration, they start to respond differently too. It might show up as unexpected discounts, new opportunities, extra income, or even simple peace of mind. Remember, the universe doesn't respond to desperation, it responds to confidence. When you speak positively to your money, you're signaling that you trust the flow of life. You're saying, "I'm not in scarcity, I'm in harmony." That signal changes everything. Let me share a small story. There was a woman who used to complain constantly about her bills. Every month she'd grumble, "These bills are draining me." One day, she decided to try a different approach. Instead of complaining, she started blessing each bill, saying, "Thank you for the light that lets me read. Thank you for the water that cleanses me. Thank you for the roof over my head." Within months, her stress level dropped, her income increased, and she said her money started stretching further. Nothing mystical, just a shift in energy and attitude. So, if you're listening to this, I want you to do one small experiment for the next 7 days. Every time you use money, even for the smallest purchase, bless it. Speak kindly to it. Whisper, "You're returning to me multiplied." Treat it as though it has ears and is listening carefully to your tone. Watch how your mood changes. Watch how opportunities start showing up in the smallest ways. And please, don't worry if it feels awkward at first. Talking to money might feel as strange as talking to a houseplant, but remember, houseplants grow faster when spoken to kindly. Why wouldn't your finances do the same? Your words are not empty, they are creative commands. When you say, "I always attract wealth," life begins arranging itself to make that true. You'll meet new people, think new thoughts, and notice chances you used to overlook. Here's the beauty of this practice. It's free, it's simple, and it starts working the moment you do it with genuine feeling. So let's summarize this in one playful way. Imagine your money as a loyal pet. If you scold it, it hides. If you feed it well and speak kindly, it follows you everywhere. That's the power of your words. Right now, I want you to take a deep breath and say aloud, "Money loves me, and I love money. Money comes to me easily and stays with me joyfully." Say it again, not just with your mouth, but with your heart. Now, do you feel that tiny shift, that lightness, that hope? That's the vibration of abundance awakening inside you. And once it starts, it doesn't stop. Because the more you speak blessings over your money, the more it listens and obeys. You have nothing to lose by trying this, but everything to gain. So tonight, before you sleep, whisper a thank you to your money. In the morning, greet it again. Speak life into your finances the same way you'd speak life into a dream. Your money is listening, always. Speak wisely, speak lovingly, and it will start to speak back not in words, but in blessings, surprises, and opportunities that find their way to you, sometimes in the most unexpected forms. And remember, when you start treating your money like a trusted friend instead of a problem to fix, it starts treating you like a trusted partner in return. Let's go a little deeper now, because once you start speaking positively to your money, something fascinating begins to happen. You start changing the way you feel about yourself. You begin realizing that this isn't just about money, it's about your worth. Every negative word you've ever said about money carried a hidden belief about your own value. "I can't afford it" really means, "I don't believe I deserve it." "Money never stays with me" really means, "I'm not worthy of stability." But when you flip that dialogue, when you say, "I'm worthy of abundance," or "Money flows to me because I'm a magnet for prosperity," you aren't just healing your wallet, you're healing your self-image. And that's the real secret. Wealth begins with self-worth. The moment you start seeing yourself as deserving, everything changes. Opportunities that once seemed invisible begin to appear. The right people start showing up. The right ideas start downloading into your mind, because life mirrors what you believe about yourself. If you believe you're lacking, it will keep showing you lack. If you believe you're abundant, it will find ways to prove you right. Now, let's talk about how to make this a living, breathing daily habit, because the magic is in consistency. Just like brushing your teeth, this has to become a part of your routine. Here's how you do it. Every morning, before you check your phone or your bank balance, I want you to take 30 seconds and declare 3 powerful truths. Something like, "Money is my friend and it's always around me. Money supports my dreams. Money and I have a healthy, loving relationship." Say it out loud. Don't whisper like you're embarrassed, proclaim it. Remember, your voice carries creative power. Then, as you go about your day, notice the small ways money shows up. A free coffee, a discount, an unexpected favor. That's money saying, "I heard you." Each time that happens, pause and say, "Thank you." That simple acknowledgement multiplies your blessings, because gratitude expands what you appreciate. At night, before bed, do a quick reflection. Ask yourself, how did I speak to my money today? Did you complain when you paid a bill? Or did you bless it as it left your hand? If you slipped into negativity, no guilt. Just say, cancel that thought. I now choose prosperity. You're training your subconscious mind, and like any good training, repetition builds strength. And please, don't underestimate small shifts. Big results grow from tiny daily changes. Imagine a ship that changes its course by just 1 degree in a few hours. It's in a completely different ocean. That's you. One new phrase, one new thought, one new blessing over your money can change your direction entirely. Now, let's sprinkle a bit of humor. because I know money can make us all a little serious sometimes. Have you ever noticed how people talk to their money when they're stressed? Where did you go? I just had you. It's like talking to a naughty pet that ran away. But what if instead you laughed and said, "All right, money, I know you went out for a little walk, but I trust you're coming back with friends." That's the spirit. Lightness attracts flow. When you loosen your grip, money feels safe to return. Money hates tension. It doesn't like desperate energy. It loves freedom, fun, and trust. Think of it like a butterfly. Chase it, and it flies away. Stay still, smile, hold out your hand, and it lands softly. So stop chasing and start attracting. And here's a little visualization I adore. Picture your money as golden light swirling around you. Every time you speak positively, that light grows brighter, stronger, and warmer. Every negative word dims it. You're in control of the dimmer switch. Keep the light glowing by feeding it loving words. If you want to get even more intentional, write a letter to your money. Yes, an actual letter. Start it like this. Dear money, I'm sorry for all the times I spoke harshly about you. I didn't realize how much my words were pushing you away. I now welcome you into my life with love and gratitude. I promise to treat you with respect, to manage you wisely, and to celebrate your presence. Thank you for all the ways you've supported me, even when I didn't see it. Then read it aloud. You'll be amazed at how healing that feels. You might even notice a few emotions bubbling up: guilt, shame, or regret about past mistakes. That's okay. That's the old vibration leaving your system. Let it go. You're creating a fresh new relationship, one based on trust and mutual respect. Now, let's talk about taking this from the inner world to the outer world. Because speaking kindly to money isn't just about affirmations, it's about alignment. When you speak positively, you naturally start acting differently. You begin managing your money with care. You stop ignoring your finances out of fear. You start looking at them with curiosity and confidence. That shift alone can change everything. So, after you finish watching this, I want you to do something simple yet powerful. Open your wallet or banking app. Don't judge the numbers. Just look and say, "Thank you. I appreciate you." Whether there's $10 or 10,000, say it with sincerity. You're not reacting to what's there, you're creating what's coming. That's how you signal to the universe, "I'm ready for more." Next, decide to do one generous act this week, no matter how small. It could be tipping a little extra, buying someone coffee, or donating a small amount. Generosity tells money, "I trust there's more where this came from." And trust, my dear, is the doorway to abundance. The universe cannot resist a heart that gives cheerfully. Here's something else I want you to remember: every time you see money in someone else's hands, bless it. Instead of feeling envy, say, "That's wonderful. There's plenty for all of us." Because every time you bless another person's wealth, you increase your own capacity to receive. Jealousy blocks flow. Gratitude expands it. It's all connected: your words, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions. You can't curse money one minute and expect it to bless you the next. You have to create harmony in how you speak, think, and behave toward it. Now, let's imagine your future self. Picture yourself 6 months from now, calm, confident, financially at ease. You're not worrying anymore, you're flowing. You're smiling while paying bills. You're grateful while earning. And money keeps finding its way back to you in surprising ways. That's not a fantasy. That's what happens when you start speaking abundance instead of lack. The funny thing is, people around you will start noticing the shift. They'll ask, "Why do you seem so peaceful about money lately?" And you'll smile. Because the answer is simple. You learned that your money has ears, and you started speaking love instead of fear. So, here's your call to action. Don't just watch this video and feel inspired, practice it today. Speak one positive sentence about your money right now in the comments. Declare your new reality. Say something like, "Money loves me," or "I attract wealth easily," or "I am open to receiving financial blessings." Write it, say it, and feel it. That's your first step toward rewiring your financial vibration. And tomorrow, Do it again. Every single day. Keep the conversation going. Speak positivity into your wallet, your income, your debts, your savings. Every word is a drop in the ocean, and soon that ocean turns into waves of abundance flowing back toward you. If you've ever doubted your power, this is your reminder. You are the architect of your financial experience. You build it with your words, your energy, and your belief. The moment you choose to bless your money, you start blessing your future. So tonight, before you drift off to sleep, whisper one final thought. Money is my loyal friend. It hears me, it loves me, and it always returns to me multiplied. And as you drift off, imagine your money smiling back at you saying, "Finally you get it. I've been waiting for you to talk to me like this." That's the moment everything begins to change. Because when you honor your money, it honors you back. When you speak life to it, it breathes life into your world. Now, if this message spoke to your heart, if you felt even the tiniest spark of hope, don't let it fade. Keep the energy alive. Subscribe, share this message with someone who needs it, and remind them your money has ears, so make sure it's hearing something beautiful. Speak positivity, act in faith, and watch how life starts conspiring in your favor. Because abundance isn't coming, it's already listening. It's just waiting for your command. The universe in its infinite wisdom sees your struggle and says, "Oh, you want more struggle? I can give you more of that. You're fighting? I'll give you something to fight." And so the struggle continues, a self-perpetuating cycle of resistance and frustration. So, how do we stop the madness? How do we get off the struggle bus and onto the express train to what we want? There's one simple command, one tiny little key that unlocks everything. Are you ready for it? The command is this: divine order is now established. Say it with me. Divine order is now established. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds a little woo-woo, a little too easy. And that's the beautiful part. It is easy. You see, the universe operates on a principle of divine order. Everything is already in its perfect place, flowing in a perfect way. Your job isn't to force things into place. Your job is to get out of the way and let the divine order happen. Your struggle is your attempt to rearrange the universe by force, and it never works. It's like trying to make a river flow uphill with a spoon. You're just fighting a natural current. When you say, divine order is now established, you're making a statement of faith. You're not asking, you're commanding. You're not hoping, you're declaring. You are saying, I am not going to struggle. I am not going to fight. I am not going to worry. I am releasing this to the infinite intelligence that knows how to sort this out perfectly. It's like you're standing on the banks of a river, and instead of trying to push the water, you just step into the current and let it carry you. The moment you make that declaration, you are aligning yourself with the flow of good. The universe takes a deep breath and says, finally, you're in sync. I can start moving mountains for you now. Now, let's get practical. How do you use this? You use it the moment you feel the struggle, the moment you feel the fear, the doubt, the worry creeping in. The moment you get a bad piece of news, or a bill you can't pay, or a project that seems impossible. Don't fight it. Don't fall into the spiral of, oh no, what am I going to do? Instead, stop everything, take a deep breath, and say, out loud if you can, divine order is now established. Do it, even if you don't believe it yet. The repetition is what builds the faith. It's a muscle you have to flex. The more you say it, the more you believe it. And the more you believe it, the more the universe responds. This isn't a passive statement. It's an active surrender. It's an act of letting go of the reins and trusting a greater intelligence. You can't drive the car and tell the GPS where to go at the same time. You've got to let the GPS take over. Here's a little framework for you. Step 1. Acknowledge the struggle. Don't pretend it's not there. This feels awful. I'm so worried about this situation. Step 2. Make the command. Take a deep breath and say, divine order is now established. Say it with authority, not with a question mark at the end. Step 3. Take inspired action. This is the crucial part. After you make the declaration, you're going to feel an impulse, a nudge, an idea. It might be to make a phone call you were dreading. It might be to send an email. It might be to go for a walk. It might be to take a nap. Whatever it is, that is your inspired action. It's the universe's way of saying, here's your next step. Now just take it. It won't be a huge, complicated thing. It will be the next logical, simple step. That's the difference between pushing and flowing. Pushing is doing a million things you don't want to do, and flowing is taking the one step you're being guided to take. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're worried about money. The struggle is real. Bills are piling up. You feel panic. You could spend all day calling people, applying for jobs you hate, and stressing out. Or you could stop, take a deep breath. Say, divine order is now established for my finances. Then, maybe you get an impulse to call a friend you haven't talked to in a while. You follow that impulse. And guess what? That friend says, "Oh, I was just thinking of you. I know someone who's looking for a consultant and your name popped into my head." That's the divine order. It's a chain of perfect events that you couldn't have planned in a million years. This works for everything. Relationships, health, career, you name it. It's about getting out of the way. It's about being a receiver, not a pusher. The universe wants to give you what you want. You just have to stop blocking the signal with your fear and doubt. You have to put down the metaphorical boxing gloves and say, "Okay, I'm done fighting. I surrender. Let the good flow." So, here's your call to action. I want you to pick one thing in your life that you've been struggling with. One thing you've been pushing against. Right now. Seriously. Don't wait. And I want you to say, "Divine order is now established for insert your problem here." Then, I want you to pay attention to the little nudge, the small idea, the little whisper that comes to you. And just take that one small step. It might not seem like a big deal, but it's the first step out of the struggle and into the flow. You have the power to change everything. You just have to get out of your own way. You are a masterpiece in the making, and your life is meant to be a masterpiece of ease and grace. Stop fighting the masterpiece. Let it unfold. Now, if this simple truth resonated with you, and you want more of these quick, powerful insights without all the fluff, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're here to give you the keys, not the whole toolbox. And tell me in the comments below, what's one thing you're going to establish divine order in today? Share it with us, and let's create a community of people who are not just surviving, but thriving. I am so excited to see the beautiful, effortless life that is waiting for you. Go forth and establish some divine order.